temporary Air Force encampment in the Adirondacks 2 hours later. Commander Stack won't let Wolverine go, because he thinks the shuttle crash was suspicious. Kitty Pryde wants to talk to Wolverine to find out what happened, but Commander won't allow it, and calls Wolverine Bigfoot. Hank calms Kitty down, and explains that Wolverine is Canadian, so the US military can't control him. Commander Stack threatens Wolverine using the Patriot Act. Kitty Pryde denies Wolverine's involvement in terrorism, but Commander is focused on the shuttle crash. Kitty decides to switch to Plan B and asks for Emma's help. Emma Frost decides to control Commander Mind to release Wolverine. Under her influence, Commander apologizes and orders Wolverine's release, recognizing his innocence in the crash. Commander Stack orders Sergeant Mack to release Wolverine. The sergeant hesitates but eventually follows the order. As Wolverine is taken away, a soldier questions Sergeant Mack about their search of the jet, and whether Wolverine or Kitty Pryde have mind control powers. The sergeant confirms that they don't, and the soldier leaves. Wolverine expresses relief at being released, while Hank acknowledges the importance of a peaceful escape. Wolverine remarks on his compliance, even allowing himself to be handcuffed. Wolverine asks Kitty how she got him released, and Kitty says she didn't do much. Wolverine then notices Emma, and realizes how she hid from the soldiers. He wonders how they didn't detect her mutant energy signature, with the Sentinel scanning the plane. Emma says she used the manned operation of the new Sentinels when Kitty and Hank left the plane. Wolverine asks how she bypassed their telepathy shielding, and Emma explains she sent her thoughts through the scanning device's laser waves, exploiting a flaw in their design. Kitty remarks on Emma's frightening ability. Emma expresses concern about Scott and Rachel's whereabouts, unable to find answers in Logan's mind. Wolverine shares her worry, indicating he's been wondering the same thing. Cyclops and Rachel find themselves handcuffed in an unknown location. Rachel is unsure of their whereabouts, and hopes Cyclops can provide answers. Cyclops urges her to use her powers to blast the handcuffs, as he is unable to do so. Rachel tells Cyclops that she can't use her powers, and struggles to stay awake. Cyclops recalls someone mentioning the electric current in her brain. Rachel remembers seeing Jean, but Cyclops clarifies that it wasn't Jean, and that they were tricked. He explains that whoever set the trap defeated them easily, including Wolverine. Rachel senses there's more to the situation. At the Xavier Institute, Hank examines a reconfigured device, unsure of its range. Kitty confirms she's ready to test it. Emma asks what Kitty said, and Alex impatiently translates, urging them to hurry up as they're wasting time. Emma tells everyone to stay calm, but Alex calls her the Ice Queen. Emma warns Alex to be careful, indicating she can be dangerous. Then, she tells Hank that she's not sensing anything, but Hank offers to try instead. And then Alex loses his temper and punches the Cerebra device hard. Kitty confronts Alex about his behavior, asking what his problem is. Alex expresses frustration about his missing brother, and the lack of action. Hank explains the importance of finding Scott and Rachel before taking action. He criticizes Alex for making their work harder, and demands he leave. Alex admits his mistake, calling himself an idiot for risking harm to Kitty. Rachel informs Cyclops that although she can't use her powers fully, she's detecting residual psychic readings in the area. Cyclops questions if she can read the thoughts of someone nearby, but Rachel clarifies that she's sensing the professor's thought patterns present in the place. She explains that it's like a mental footprint without actual thoughts, just impressions from a long time ago. Cyclops and Rachel are talking about strange things they've found. Rachel says they seem like a mix of feelings and ideas. Cyclops is confused, because he's been with Xavier's team for a long time, but he doesn't know where they are. The mysterious figure, later revealed as Vulcan, suggests that Cyclops actually does know where they are, implying a hidden truth. Vulcan admits to his own instability but maintains his honesty. Cyclops confronts Vulcan, who seems to have lost his memory or identity. Vulcan claims to know Cyclops, but doesn't answer any questions about his own identity. He implies that Cyclops and others are present for a specific purpose, and mentions that a girl is going to help him. Vulcan also suggests that he may have been involved in the death of Wolverine. Cyclops is left confused and concerned about Vulcan's identity and intentions. High above Nova Scotia, Sean Cassidy tells Kurt about his hurried flight from Montreal to Westchester. He's feeling stressed and has been searching for answers, feeling like he's been chasing ghosts. Despite regrets, his efforts have led him to troubling discoveries, which he discusses with Kurt. Logan and Kurt take a jeep to pick him up. Logan asks Kurt why he looks so worried, suggesting he's expecting trouble at the Institute. Kurt admits he's feeling uneasy but not exactly afraid. He's noticed that others, like Alex, seem off too. Sean mentions something about seeing ghosts, which adds to Kurt's concern. They discuss recent strange occurrences, including the resurrection of old terrors, and the appearance of Jean, before they were taken down. They speculate about a possible connection between these events, and the disappearance of Scott and Rachel. Despite uncertainty, they hope Sean can provide some answers. The plane is about to land at Westchester County Airport. A passenger reminds Sean to stay in his seat, due to the seatbelt sign still being on. Sean acknowledges the passenger reminder, but suggests they ignore it just this once. Logan remarks on the timely arrival of the plane. A passenger notices another jet outside the airport. Sean notices another jet outside the airplane, and expresses concern that it might collide with them. He urgently urges action, indicating that he has one chance to save the people on board. Sean jumps from the plane to save the risk passenger. While in mid-air, a second jet unexpectedly comes close, making the situation more intense. The jet collides with Sean, causing a huge explosion and chaos. Logan and Kurt look shocked and worried. Their expressions show their worry for Sean's safety.